Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today we will discuss about permanent tissues. In previous lecture, we have discussed about meristematic tissue. As you know that in meristematic tissue, the cells remain in a continuous state of division. These permanent tissues have been mainly derived from meristematic tissue. Some cells from the meristematic tissue have lost the power of division and hence attain a definite form or size or constant form. These cells form a tissue which is known as permanent tissue. Means permanent tissue, the cells of permanent tissues have been mainly derived from the meristematic tissue. Mainly derived from the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue. Now this permanent tissue have been mainly categorized into two types. One is simple permanent tissue, and second one is complex tissue. First we will discuss about simple tissue, or we can say that simple permanent tissue. In simple tissue, all cells are similar. All cells are similar and perform a common function Means all cells in simple tissue are alike. They are similar. Now this simple tissue have been mainly categorized into three types. First one is parenchyma, second one is collenchyma, and third one is sclerenchyma. First one is parenchyma. Parenchyma cells are living cells. The cells in parenchyma are living. They contain living protoplasm. All cells of parenchyma are isodiametric. This is a very important point. These cells are isodiametric. Now question is, what is isodiametric? Isodiametric means the cells of parenchyma are equally expanded on all sides. Expanded on all sides. The cells of parenchyma means they are isodiametric. Isodiametric means these cells are equally expanded on all sides. That is called isodiametric. The cells of parenchyma are isodiametric. They are living cells, contain living protoplasm. The cell wall is thin. इनमें जो cell wall होता है वो thin होता है. The cell wall is thin, enclosed by a cytoplasm. The cell wall is thin, which encloses a cytoplasm and a small central nucleus. क्या होता है इनमें? सेल वॉल जो होता है वो थिन होता है. दैट सेल वॉल अनक्लोज ए साइटोप्लाज्म, dense cytoplasm, and a small central nucleus which is present inside the cytoplasm. So these are the various characteristics of parenchyma tissue. First one is they are living cells, means they contain living protoplasm. They are isodiametric, means they are equally expanded on all sides. Third is cell wall is thin, which encloses a cytoplasm and a small central nucleus. Fourth character is large intercellular spaces are present. Large intercellular spaces are present in parenchyma. Large intercellular spaces are present in parenchyma. This is very important characteristic of parenchyma tissue. Now, what are the various functions of parenchyma? We will discuss functions of parenchyma. Functions of parenchyma. First function is parenchyma tissue acts as a food storage tissue. This is very important function of parenchyma. It acts as a food storage tissue. Food storage tissue. Means it helps us to store and assimilate food. In parenchyma tissue, food is stored and assimilated. Stored and assimilated. Hence, it is known as a food storage tissue. Hence, it acts as a food storage tissue. This is first function of parenchyma. Sometimes, if parenchyma cells contain chloroplasts, at a time it is known by a special name, which is known as chlorenchyma. If cells of parenchyma contain chloroplasts, then it is known by a special name, which is known as chlorenchyma, and it helps in performing photosynthesis. And it performs photosynthesis due to presence of chloroplasts, which occurs mainly in mesophyll cells. If parenchyma cells contain chloroplasts, at a time it is known by a special name, which is known as chlorenchyma, and hence it performs the function of photosynthesis, which is mainly present in mesophyll cells. Third function is, in case of aquatic plants, we take an example of Hydrilla, which is mainly aquatic plant. Hydrilla. Parenchyma contains large air cavities. In case of aquatic plants like Hydrilla, parenchyma contains large air cavities, which helps in buoyancy of plants. Due to presence of air cavities, it helps us in buoyancy of plants. At that time, it is known by a special name, which is known as aerenchyma. So these are the various functions of parenchyma. First function is it acts as a food storage tissue. Second, if parenchyma cells contain chloroplasts, at that time it is known by a special name, which is known as chlorenchyma. Due to presence of chloroplasts, it performs the function of photosynthesis, which is mainly present in mesophyll cells. Third function is that in case of aquatic plants such as Hydrilla, Parenchyma cells contain large air cavities, which help us in buoyancy of plants. Which help us in buoyancy. At the time, it is known by a special name. Parenchyma tissue is known by a special name, which is known as arenchyma. So this was all about parenchyma tissue. Now we will discuss about collenchyma. Second one is collenchyma. Characteristics of collenchymatic tissue. First character is these cells are also living. These cells are also living. They show the characteristics of. They show all the characteristics of parenchyma. But in these cells, extracellulose means collenchyma cells, extracellulose gets deposited at the corners of cells. At the corners of cells. First characteristic is that collenchyma cells are also living just like parenchyma cells. These cells show extracellulose thickenings at the corners of cells. Small intercellular spaces are also present in between collenchyma cells, small intercellular spaces, but in case of parenchyma, there occurs large intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces are present. Small intercellular spaces are present. Small intercellular spaces are present in case of collenchyma cells, and these cells are mainly elongated in shape. The shape of the cells are elongated. Means collenchyma cells are elongated in shape. And they also contain few chloroplasts. As I have told you, if chloroplasts are present in case of parenchyma, it is known by a special name that is known as collenchyma. This collenchyma also contain few chloroplasts, means 1 or 2 chloroplasts. So these are the various characteristics of this collenchyma tissue. These cells are living just like parenchyma. The cell walls contain extracellular thickenings at the corners of cells. Third, small intercellular spaces are present in between collenchyma cells. The cells are elongated in shape, and they also contain few, means 1 to 3 chloroplasts. So these are the various characteristics of collenchyma tissue. Now, what are the various functions of collenchyma tissue? The main function of this collenchyma tissue is mechanical in function. This is mechanical.